isu Jami'ati Raden Mas Said Surakarta al-Islamiyah al-Hukumiyah wa a'wanihi wa ya ayyuhal hadirun wal hadirat as-su'ada fa innahu lamin dawa'i sururina an taftahilla a'yununa bi ru'yati fadilatikum as-sadati at-tuyuf fi rihabi Jami'ati Raden Mas Said Surakarta al-Islamiyah al-Hukumiyah faqad syaraftum haflana hadha wazdanatil qa'ah binurikum.
Air hujan masuk tempayan, musim hujan telah bersemi.
Selamat datang hadirin sekalian, semoga berkenan di tempat kami. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Welcome to International Conference on Islamic Education and Instruction, Islamic Educational Transformation in Digital Era, held by Faculty of Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta, Indonesia. This event will adopt a hybrid working model, combining an in-person event with an online via Zoom platform. The Honorable General Secretary of Ministry of Religious Affairs Republic Indonesia, Profesor Nizar Ali MAG, the Honorable Rector UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta, Mr. Profesor Dr. Haji Mudofir MPD, the Honorable Dean of Islamic Education Faculty, Profesor Dr. Baidi MPD, Honorable Speakers, First Speaker Dr. Rizal Perdana MPD from University of Lampung, Indonesia. Next speaker, Anas Tajuddin PhD from Kuala Lumpur Metropolitan University of College, Malaysia. Third speaker, Dr. Muhammad Yasin from National Textile University, Faisalabad, Pakistan. And the last speaker, Dr. Haruna Abu Bakar Haruna from Université Privée Africaine Franco-Arabe Bamako Muli, Nigeria. And also to all presenters, participants, and all the audiences.
Ayyuhal hafdhul karim, marratan ukhra nuhayyikum ajmal at-tahiyyah wa nurahhibukum ajmal at-tarhib. Naqulu lakum ahlan wa sahlan bihudurikum ila hadhihi al-qa'ati al-ijtima'iyyah fi barnamij al-mu'tamar ad-dawli lit-tarbiyah wa at-ta'lim al-islami sanata 2022 miladiyah. Ayyuhas sadatul hudur, hayya nabda hadzal barnamij bil basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
For the next session, welcoming dance entitled Wulang Sungu by Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini Fakulty of Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Thanks for
The Honorable Rector UIN Raden Masai Surakarta, Professor Mudofir, Dean, and also all the Vice Dean of Fakulty Tarbiyah UIN Raden Masai Surakarta, please kindly move to the stage.
أيها الحفظ الكريم الآن مع آية بينات من الذكر الحكيم.
Please kindly, Mr. Ahmad Fauzan Yasir, the stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالس إذا قيل لكم تفسحوا في المجالس فافسحوا يفسح الله لكم. وإذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا يرفع الله. وإذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا وإذا قيل انشزوا فانشزوا يرفع الله الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات والله بما تعملون خبير. صدق الله العظيم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين آمين يا رب العالمين. أيها الحفظ الكريم ويليه النشيد الوطني لجمهورية إندونيسيا.
Please kindly stand up all the audiences for Indonesian anthem, Indonesia Raya. sit down to all the audiences.
أيها الحفظ الكريم، والآن مع كلمة ترحيبية من رئيس جامعة رادن مساعد سurakarta الإسلامية الحكومية.
Please welcome Rector UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, Profesor Mudofir for opening remarks. The stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, Namo Buddhaya. The Honorable General Secretary of the Ministry of Religious Affairs, Professor Dr. Haji Nizar Ali, the Honorable Dean Fakulty of Tarbiyah, Professor Dr. Haji Baiti, all speaker, Dr. Muhammad Yasin from National Textile University, Faisalabad, Pakistan, Associate Professor Anas Tajuddin from University College, Kuala Lumpur, the Honorable Assistant Professor Dr. Rizal Perdana, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of University, we would like to deliver our warmest welcome to all of you and extend our deepest appreciation for your attendance today at International Conference on Islamic Education and Interaction by first praying our gratitude and praise to the Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for all His blessing, grace, and mercies. Islamic education has a very long history and struggle and is meaningful. The role of strategic and positive contribution of Islamic education to Indonesia has been felt both institutionally, especially related to the characteristic of Islamic education as a source of value and driving force for the existence of Indonesia. Discussion of Islamic education in Indonesia has always been associated with the coming of Islam. Islam views equally between religion and science. Religion is value which provide guidance for human behavior and his view of life, while science is something human invent owing to his intelligent God give as a gift. Science is not like recognizing something already exists, but it should be developed and created. It is in accordance with human nature, having great curiosity toward everything which God gives as one of the human abilities. The characteristic of Islamic education is the existence of a process of transformation and integration of the values of Islamic teaching. Islamic education is interpreted as an education system that is deliberately organized or established with the desire and intention to embody the teaching and values of Islam. Manifestation and culture have the same press point, that is the commitment to make Islam as an insight that must be conveyed to the student. Based on this condition, the excellence of Islamic education is based on its ability to realize the characteristic of Islamic education as a source of value. The aim of teaching Islamic education is to develop and promote moral character. Studies in Islamic education have established that teaching good behavior is an important component that enhance the development of individual potential in a holistic, balanced, and integrated manner, encompassing the intellectual, spiritual, and physical aspect. Reaching the level of morality and a good personality require a process. This process can be facilitated through teaching and learning. Learning takes place only if the instructor consider the student as partners and is ready to feed on what they already know and what they think. Religious education is the basic foundation. An important aspect of the national educational system is intended to provide religious knowledge to students in order to shape their behavior in accordance with religious teaching and values. Therefore, the demand for the function of religious education in Indonesia remain a crucial need for society. Last but not least, my deepest gratitude goes to the organizing committee who were directly and indirectly supported the success of this conference. Although we try our best to be professional on behalf of Raden Masaid Surakarta State Islamic University, please accept our sincere apologies should inconveniences occur before, during, or after the event. I wish you a very productive conference with exciting and encouraging discussion and exchange of knowledge so that together we can anticipate a future of groundbreaking knowledge, research, and technology for humanities. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Many thanks to Rector UIN Raden Masai Surakarta, Professor Mudotwir, for opening remarks. To all the audiences, before we move to the next session, please kindly have a coffee break. To the audiences. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to move to the next session. Please welcome General Secretary, Ministry of Religious Affairs, Republik Indonesia, Professor Nizar Ali as the keynote speaker.
أيها السادة الحضور، والآن كلنا آذان صاغية للكلمات القيمة الشافية من المتحدث الرئيسي لمؤتمر الدولي للتربية والتعليم الإسلامي.
Please welcome General Secretary, Ministry of Religious Affairs, Republik Indonesia, Professor Nizar Ali as the keynote.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Rector UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta and all academic communities, especially distinguished international speakers and all participants for the international conference. One of the to transform in unity is make sure that the Islamic higher education will be able to support the vision of Directorate Islamic in order to make France for the world in order to promote higher education that promote Islam rahmatan bil alamin, blessing the universe. To implement the institutional mandate and also blessing the universe. Therefore, the capacity of the Islamic higher education need to be empowered through institutional transformation into state Islamic University UIN and thanks fully. Bikauli Alhamdulillah UIN Surakarta among uh, 29 of UIN at the moment. In relation the topic of the Islamic seminar, the international seminar about Islamic education transformation in digital era, for me, this topic timely, very important discussion, especially for Islamic higher education to remain relevant to respond current challenge and that future need of the society. One of our efforts that is being processed to respond the area Internet of Things, IoT, and big data is to prepare one of our Islamic higher education become a pilot project Cyber Islamic University, so call it UISI, Universitas Islam Cyber Technology Indonesia Cirebon. Distinguished speakers and all participants, to return back the golden age of Islamic civilization, we need to work across boundaries and strengthen institutional capacity, which mainly focus to improve the quality of Muslim generation through education that relevant to current situation. Disruption era, big data, and COVID-19 has triggered a radical change within education sector. We cannot neglect any influence in relation to digitalization. What we can do is actually to adjust and make it as a tools to make the purpose of education can be reached easily. Finally, let's always be meaningful to other in order to improve the quality of Islamic higher education. I do strongly believe cannot replace human resources or lecturers who is actually the main actor behind transfer of knowledge and values, which are the important message for the international conference. That's all for me. I wish you all the best. And let's open this international conference by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
شكرا أيها الحضور الكريم والآن الدعاء.
Please kindly, Mr. Dr. Andes Sukirman, the stage is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam, namo buddhaya. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Para hadirin rahimakumullah, marilah kita berdoa. Mudah-mudahan acara International Conference ini dapat berjalan dengan baik dan membawa manfaat untuk bangsa kita semuanya. Dan mari kita berdoa, teman-teman nanti menyesuaikan sesuai dengan A'udzubillahi bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-hadiniyah walikul saliyah al-fatihah. A'udzubillahi bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Hamdan syakirin, hamdan na'imin, hamdan yuwafi ni'amahu wa yukafi mazidah.
يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لكريم بسلطانك. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد صلاة تنجينا بها من الأهوال والآفات وتقضي لنا بها جميع الحاجات وتظهرنا بها من السيئات وترفعنا بها عندك على الدرجات وتبلغنا بها أقصى الغايات من جميع الخيرات في الحياة وبعد الممات. اللهم يا قاضي الحاجات، اللهم يا كافي المهمات، اللهم يا دافع البليات، اللهم يا رفيع الدرجات، اللهم يا شافي الأمراض، اللهم يا مجيب الدعوات، اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا افتح بيننا وبين قوم بالحق وأنت خير الفاتحين. ربنا أنزلنا منزلا باركا وأنت خير المنزلين. يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف يا لطيف، الله لطيف بعباده يرزق من يشاء وهو القوي العزيز. اللهم إنا نسألك يا قوي يا عزيز يا معين بقوتك وعزتك يا متين أن تكون لنا عونا ومعينا في جميع الأقوال والأحوال والأفعال وجميع ما ننفي من خيرات، وأن تدفعنا كل شر ونكمه من قد استخفينا من غفلتنا وذنوبنا فإنك أنت الغفور الرحيم. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. بسم الله. الحمد لله. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين صراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
شكرا أيها السادة الحضور. والآن نأتي إلى ختام هذا البرنامج. نشكر حضراتكم على تشريفكم بالحضور. لكم منا أحلى التحيات والشكر. وحيا نختتم هذا البرنامج بالحمد لله. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you for all the audiences. If in guiding this event we made mistakes or offend someone or something, we kindly apologize.
والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
For the all Professor Mudofir and all the dean and all the vice dean, we may take a photograph session with the participants. Okay. Please welcome to take some photograph session.
Hadirin tamu undangan yang berbahagia, sebelum kita berpindah ke agenda plenary session, dipersilahkan untuk seluruh hadirin tamu undangan menikmati coffee break yang telah disediakan oleh panitia yang bertempat di depan aula utama. Terima kasih.
Surakarta merupakan kota yang mempunyai banyak daya tarik. Selain budaya dan sejarah, pendidikan menjadi salah satu magnet masyarakat berdatangan ke kota Surakarta. Dengan adanya fasilitas pendidikan, mulai dari pendidikan dasar hingga perguruan tinggi, kota Surakarta tetap mengedepankan pendidikan sebagai prioritas utama demi terciptanya penerus bangsa yang terletak di Jalan Pandawa. IAIN Surakarta bertransformasi menjadi UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta pada tahun 2021. Hadir menjadi wadah bagi para mahasiswa untuk mengejar cita-cita. UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta terletak di lokasi yang strategis serta mudah dijangkau dari beberapa titik pemberhentian transportasi di kota Surakarta. UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta dengan wajah baru berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan pada bidangnya yang terintegrasi dengan nilai-nilai keislaman. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah merupakan salah satu fakultas yang ada di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta yang sebelumnya bernama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dan Keguruan. Dengan visi dan misi untuk menjadi fakultas yang dapat bersaing di kancah internasional, serta dapat menghasilkan lulusan yang berdaya saing tinggi dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dengan tagline Piety and Professional siap untuk menciptakan tenaga pendidik yang unggul, bertakwa, dan profesional. Menjadi salah satu fakultas favorit di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah tidak hanya mengedepankan kompetensi, melainkan menjunjung tinggi nilai-nilai karakter dalam bingkai akhlakul karimah. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah memiliki 7 program. 4 diantaranya berakreditasi A, yaitu Pendidikan Agama Islam, Pendidikan Bahasa Arab, Pendidikan Guru Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, dan Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini. Serta mempunyai 3 program studi baru, yaitu Manajemen Pendidikan Islam, Tadris Matematika, dan Pendidikan Profesi Guru. Terdapat sederet fasilitas yang mendukung pembelajaran seperti kelas yang nyaman, perpustakaan, tempat ibadah, serta unit-unit fakultas yang menunjang aktivitas mahasiswa dalam proses belajar. Memiliki sejumlah unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan fakultas yang memfasilitasi minat dan bakat mahasiswa, seperti Senat Mahasiswa, Dewan Eksekutif Mahasiswa, Himpunan Mahasiswa Program Studi, dan lembaga semi-otonom, diantaranya Lembaga Pers Mahasiswa Arjuna, Forum Diskusi dan Riset Ilmiah, serta Bahasa, Seni, dan Olahraga. Tenaga pendidik dan staf yang berkompeten di bidangnya juga turut hadir membantu dan mewujudkan lingkungan kegiatan pembelajaran yang nyaman dan efektif.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ako po ay si Sani Iring Mangumbas, unang-una sa lahat. At dito pumunta ako dito para makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. At dito din kumuha ako ng Fakultang Ilmu Tarbiyah. At dito din ako ay kumuha ng course Pendidikan Islam Ana Osyadini. At ako ay nagpapasalamat dito sa Indonesia na ako pumunta.
Mas Raden dari Prodi Pendidikan Agama Islam Angkatan 2019 mengucapkan terima kasih yang sebanyak-banyaknya kepada Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah karena telah mendorong saya untuk berkarya, salah satu adalah buku. Tak hanya itu, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah juga memberikan penghargaan apresiasi kepada seluruh mahasiswa yang berprestasi. Harapannya semoga Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah lebih maju ke depannya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Sendariawan SPDI, lalu Kepala Sekolah ICIEI Rosida, mengucapkan terima kasih atas pengalaman belajar di Universitas Mas Said yang luar biasa dan selalu untuk Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'du. Saya Dekan Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah bersinergi bersama Sivitas Akademika Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah untuk mencapai visi fakultas, yakni menjadi fakultas yang berdaya saing internasional dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan yang memiliki kemampuan mengembangkan inovasi pendidikan pada nasional dan wabarakatuh. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Mighty and professional. Mari bergabung bersama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta. Surakarta merupakan kota yang mempunyai banyak daya tarik. Selain budaya dan sejarah, pendidikan menjadi salah satu magnet masyarakat berdatangan ke kota Surakarta. Dengan adanya fasilitas pendidikan, mulai dari pendidikan dasar hingga perguruan tinggi, kota Surakarta tetap mengedepankan pendidikan sebagai prioritas utama demi terciptanya penerus bangsa yang terletak di Jalan Pandawa. IAIN Surakarta bertransformasi menjadi UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta pada tahun 2021. Hadir menjadi wadah bagi para mahasiswa untuk mengejar cita-cita. UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta terletak di lokasi yang strategis serta mudah dijangkau dari beberapa titik pemberhentian transportasi di kota Surakarta. UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta dengan wajah baru berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan pada bidangnya yang terintegrasi dengan nilai-nilai keislaman. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah merupakan salah satu fakultas yang ada di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta yang sebelumnya bernama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dan Keguruan. Dengan visi dan misi untuk menjadi fakultas yang dapat bersaing di kancah internasional, serta dapat menghasilkan lulusan yang berdaya saing tinggi dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dengan tagline Piety and Professional siap untuk menciptakan tenaga pendidik yang unggul, bertakwa, dan profesional. Menjadi salah satu fakultas favorit di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah tidak hanya mengedepankan kompetensi, melainkan menjunjung tinggi nilai-nilai karakter dalam bingkai akhlakul karimah. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah memiliki 7 program. 4 diantaranya berakreditasi A, yaitu Pendidikan Agama Islam, Pendidikan Bahasa Arab, Pendidikan Guru Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, dan Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini. Serta mempunyai 3 program studi baru, yaitu Manajemen Pendidikan Islam, Tadris Matematika, dan Pendidikan Profesi Guru. Terdapat sederet fasilitas yang mendukung pembelajaran seperti kelas yang nyaman, perpustakaan, tempat ibadah, serta unit-unit fakultas yang menunjang aktivitas mahasiswa dalam proses belajar. memiliki sejumlah unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan fakultas yang memfasilitasi minat dan bakat mahasiswa, seperti Senat Mahasiswa, Dewan Eksekutif Mahasiswa, Himpunan Mahasiswa Program Studi, dan lembaga semi otonom, di antaranya Lembaga Pers Mahasiswa Arjuna, Forum Diskusi dan Riset Ilmiah, serta Bahasa, Seni, dan Olahraga. Tenaga pendidik dan staf yang berkompeten di bidangnya juga turut hadir membantu dan mewujudkan lingkungan kegiatan pembelajaran yang nyaman dan efektif.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ako po ay si Sani Iriman Mumbas, unang-una sa lahat. At dito, pumunta ako dito para makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. At dito din kumuha ako ng Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah. At dito din ako ay kumuha ng course Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini. At ako ay nagpapasalamat dito sa Indonesia na ako pumunta dito.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Adi Masal Yuwono dari Prodi Pendidikan Agama Islam Angkatan 2019 mengucapkan terima kasih yang sebanyak-banyaknya kepada Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah karena telah mendorong saya untuk berkarya, salah satu adalah buku. Tak hanya itu, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah juga memberikan penghargaan apresiasi kepada seluruh mahasiswa yang berprestasi. Harapannya semoga Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah lebih maju ke depannya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Surakarta SPDI, lalu Kepala Sekolah ICIEI Tarbiyah mengucapkan terima kasih atas pengalaman belajar di Universitas Lima Said yang luar biasa dan selalu untuk Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in amma ba'du. Saya dekan Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah bersinergi bersama Sivitas Akademika Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah untuk mencapai visi fakultas, yakni menjadi fakultas yang berdaya saing internasional dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan yang memiliki kemampuan mengembangkan inovasi pendidikan pada skala nasional dan internasional. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Quality and professional. Mari bergabung bersama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta. Surakarta merupakan kota yang mempunyai banyak daya tarik. Selain budaya dan sejarah, pendidikan menjadi salah satu magnet masyarakat berdatangan kota Surakarta. Dengan adanya fasilitas pendidikan, mulai dari pendidikan dasar hingga perguruan tinggi, kota Surakarta tetap mengedepankan pendidikan sebagai prioritas utama demi terciptanya penerus bangsa yang utuh. Terletak di Jalan Pandawa, IAIN Surakarta bertransformasi menjadi UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta pada tahun 2021. Hadir menjadi wadah bagi para mahasiswa untuk mengejar cita-cita. UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta terletak di lokasi yang strategis serta mudah dijangkau dari beberapa titik pemberhentian transportasi di kota Surakarta. UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta dengan wajah baru berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan pada bidangnya yang terintegrasi dengan nilai-nilai keislaman. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah merupakan salah satu fakultas yang ada di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta yang sebelumnya bernama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dan Keguruan. Dengan visi dan misi untuk menjadi fakultas yang dapat bersaing di kancah internasional, serta dapat menghasilkan lulusan yang berdaya saing tinggi dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dengan tagline Piety and Professional siap untuk menciptakan tenaga pendidik yang unggul, bertakwa, dan profesional. Menjadi salah satu fakultas favorit di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah tidak hanya mengedepankan kompetensi, melainkan menjunjung tinggi nilai-nilai karakter dalam bingkai akhlakul karimah. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah memiliki 7 program studi. 4 diantaranya berakreditasi A, yaitu Pendidikan Agama Islam, Pendidikan Bahasa Arab, Pendidikan Guru Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, dan Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini. Serta mempunyai 3 program studi baru, yaitu Manajemen Pendidikan Islam, Tadris Matematika, dan Pendidikan Profesi Guru. Terdapat sederet fasilitas yang mendukung pembelajaran seperti kelas yang nyaman, perpustakaan, tempat ibadah, serta unit-unit fakultas yang menunjang aktivitas mahasiswa dalam proses belajar. Memiliki sejumlah unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan fakultas yang memfasilitasi minat dan bakat mahasiswa, seperti Senat Mahasiswa, Dewan Eksekutif Mahasiswa, Himpunan Mahasiswa Program Studi, dan lembaga semi-otonom, diantaranya Lembaga Pers Mahasiswa Arjuna, Forum Diskusi dan Riset Ilmiah, serta Bahasa, Seni, dan Olahraga. Tenaga pendidik dan staf yang berkompeten di bidangnya juga turut hadir membantu dan mewujudkan lingkungan kegiatan pembelajaran yang nyaman dan efektif.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ako po ay si Sani Iriman Mumbas, unang-una sa lahat. At dito pumunta ako dito para makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. At dito din kumuha ako ng Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah. At dito din ako ay kumuha ng course Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini. At ako ay nagpapasalamat dito sa Indonesia na ako pumunta dito.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Adi Masal Yuwono dari Prodi Pendidikan Agama Islam Angkatan 2019 mengucapkan terima kasih yang sebanyak-banyaknya kepada Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah karena telah mendorong saya untuk berkarya, salah satu adalah buku. Tak hanya itu, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah juga memberikan penghargaan apresiasi kepada seluruh mahasiswa yang berprestasi. Harapannya semoga Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah lebih maju ke depannya.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Sendariawan SPDI, lalu Kepala Sekolah ICIEI Rosida mengucapkan terima kasih atas pengalaman belajar di Universitas Mas Said yang luar biasa dan selalu untuk Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, rabbil alamin, wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'du. Saya Dekan Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah bersinergi bersama Sivitas Akademika Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah untuk mencapai visi fakultas, yakni menjadi fakultas yang berdaya saing internasional dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan yang memiliki kemampuan mengembangkan inovasi pendidikan pada skala nasional dan internasional. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Mighty and professional. Mari bergabung bersama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta. Surakarta merupakan kota yang mempunyai banyak daya tarik. Selain budaya dan sejarah, pendidikan menjadi salah satu magnet masyarakat berdatangan kota Surakarta. Dengan adanya fasilitas pendidikan, mulai dari pendidikan dasar hingga perguruan tinggi, kota Surakarta tetap mengedepankan pendidikan sebagai prioritas utama.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For the next session will be plenary session with all the speakers that will be organized by Mr. Arif Nugroho MPD. Please kindly Mr. Arif Nugroho MPD move to the next stage. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Namo Buddhaya. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable the Dean of Faculty of Tarbiyah, UIN Raden Surakarta, Prof. Baiti, and also the Honorable all audiences of International Conference on Islamic Education and Instruction, Islamic Educational Transformation in Digital Era. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for me to be a moderator in this great event conducted by the Faculty of Tarbiyah, Universitas Islam Negeri Raden Surakarta, an international conference on Islamic education and instruction. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the pandemic of COVID-19 is a wake-up call for us to integrate hybrid learning or digital learning, particularly for university level. So, like or not, ready or not, we are in the stage of digital era. Therefore, our educational transformation should be incorporated with the digital era and also with the hybrid learning, online teaching, and so on and so forth. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Arif Nugroho. Allow me to be a part of moderator in this section. I'm going to guide the plenary session. We have 4 incredible speakers here. The first is Dr. Rizal Pradana from University of Lampung, Indonesia. The second, we have Anas Tajuddin, PhD from Malaysia, Sultan Idris Educational University, Malaysia. And also the third, Dr. Muhammad Yasin from University of Bahawalpur, Pakistan. And the last, Dr. Haruna Abu Bakar Haruna from University Privi Africane Franco Arabi, Bamko, Mali, Nigeria. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the first speaker. Let me say hello to Dr. Rizal Pradana. Are you with us, Dr. Rizal Pradana?
Yes, Mr. Arif.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Rizal Pradana earned his doctoral degree in education science from 11 Maret University. He is also a faculty member, researcher, and academician at University of Lampung, Indonesia. His area of interest of the research include education policy, learning instruction, teaching learning method, and higher order thinking skill. And in this nice occasion, Dr. Rizal Pradana will present about digital readiness and online learning in Indonesian higher education institution. Therefore, for Dr. Rizal Pradana, the stage is yours. You have about 30 minutes to deliver your presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Arif. Can I share screen? Are you see my screen? Mr. Arif or the audience?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Dr. Rizal, you may go on.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for time invite me in the International Conference on Islamic Education and Instruction. The Honorable of the Rector UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, the Honorable the Dean of Fakulty Tarbiyah UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, and the Honorable of Conference Chair, the International Conference on Islamic Education and Instruction UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, and all of the participants in this event. Thank you. I want to talk about digital readiness and online learning in Indonesian higher education institution. The first, COVID-19, Indonesia, the implementation of online learning itself refers to a circular issue by the Minister of Education regarding to implementation of learning during pandemic the COVID-19. The impact of COVID-19 has had an impact of transformation technology in education in Indonesia, both at the school and university level. Technology is a critical word, and online or distant learning during pandemic COVID enables students to learn better, faster, and wiser. Another term is known as ICT. After 2 years, COVID pandemic 19, online learning is not something foreign to students at various school level, especially in university. In other words, the use of technology in learning is not new and has become culture until now. However, the best our knowledge research in digital literacy and digital readiness among the university students in Indonesia, it still can are equivalent. Therefore, researchers are interested in future exploring university digital literacy and digital readiness in Indonesia and other country in Asia. So this research is processed take a data in Malaysia, Singapore, and Philippines. The next, the education technology in the 21st century learning, teaching, and training for academic, MOOCs or massive online open course and digital environment. Over the years, discussion about the application of digital technology in higher education environment have focused primarily on student learning rather than teaching or academic. The 21st century learning has become a student century. Many studies in digital age have demonstrated the importance of placing students at the center of learning or teaching process. Much need to be done digitalization in Indonesian higher education. In particular, offering academic adequate training to use various technology effectively require conceptual redefinition of the teaching role, well-designed training and ongoing support system for student and teacher in teaching learning encounter. For most student, accessibility information does not automatically turn into meaningful knowledge without the help of teacher expert. It's pretty clear today that for a learning to become too dominant learning pattern, technology alone will not suffice. So, in Indonesia, digital environment is technology developed and new use proliferate. The meaning of digital literacy will continue to involve new tool and practice will expose teacher and student to possible need for new skill. Next. In this research, the participant, only university student in Indonesia, more than 1,000 for student in university in Indonesia, but until now processing take a data in Malaysia, Singapore, and Filipina. Data collection with questionnaire or survey, and then the analysis data with descriptive statistic. So you can see about analysis data result. This descriptive of subject for student, gender, men and women, 52% is men, and then 47% is woman. But it's from 80 until 23, and then 24 until 26, and more than for 27. So education background, major or subject department, the student, agriculture and biology, art and humanities, business, management and accounting, education, health science, computer science and technology. In this research, focus is student computer science and technology. So the participant in this research, student for computer science and technology, 31%. This is indicator for digital literacy of the research participant. 5 indicator: 1 is technical and operational skill, 2 programming, 3 navigation and processing, and then 4 communication and interaction, 5 creation and production. So you can show in this table. Based on the table, technical and operational skill have score 92%, and then programming 61%, and then navigation and processing 84%, and then communication and interaction 91%, and then creation and production 60%. So the result is 77%. This is the data about online learning readiness of the research participant. The participant, like as indicator previous, the student in this research, more than 1,000 in university in Indonesia. Looking the digital readiness of students and the efficiency related change, the findings show that many students are ready for the online learning process, whereas many 35% of students state their readiness very well, as many 40% of students state that they are well prepared, and as many 50% well prepared. Meanwhile, only 10% students that they were not prepared well. So digital readiness for student implies knowledge, skill, attitude, and competency to use digital technology to meet educational goal and expectation in higher education. Digital learning readiness among students is one way to students can optimize online learning. Digital readiness in learning represents a specific change scenario where digital technology plays a significant role in the learning process. Thus, it can be interpreted a context-specific operationalization of change process, adding to certain technology challenge, attitude, and specific capability. So, readiness in online learning can be seen from the daily activity in accessing the internet and the ability to adapt to its new technology. In this table, you can see indicator for online learning readiness of the research participant. 4 indicator, 1 of online learning student attribute, 2 time management, and then 3 communication is very important for the student in Indonesia and other world. 4 is technical competence. The result in this study, 86% the student have a skill online learning readiness of the research. Based the average of digital readiness on online learning student attribute indicator of the university in Indonesia, student digital readiness obtain the highest average score is 92% for online student attribute. But I think the communication indicator is very, very important for the student in Indonesia. So if you have the data about online learning and readiness digital learning in Indonesia, you can implication for student digital skill, new curriculum design, training for academic, and then you have three change to empowerment the digital readiness student. Meanwhile, the student with correct category are on time management, communication, and technical competence indicator. The finding this to the informed faculty and instructional designer, administration, and online that and online student. That the findings support online learning system, so the digital literacy skill and digital readiness. Student will have good digital literacy skill and digital readiness do not hesitate to improve their ability in the classroom because of the need for university not to hesitate in using technology in online learning because students have the ability in the learning process in the digital space. We consider digital literacy skill and digital readiness not only in terms of actual knowledge and perception of student, but also as measure of awareness of the technical and logical structure of the digital environment. In looking at student participant and implementation in a digital environment, in order or find creative solution and find out the sort based on the problem faced by student in the digital environment. Further, students are needed to use statistically rigorous measurement technique, such as using large spectrum of item applied in international research in the PISA survey, the obtained reliable on comparable result. The conclusion of the research, in addition to measuring student knowledge and perspective, digital literacy and readiness also serve as a goal of their awareness of the logical technological foundation of the digital environment. Further research in requiring to use statistically rigorous measurement technique, such as using wide range of item applied in international research. So, to find innovative solution and determinant to research based on the issue faced by student in a digital environment. Thank you. My presentation, and then you can ask about this research.
Well, thank you very much for Dr. Rizal Pradana for his outstanding presentation. So when we have a look at some reputable journals in the world, some leading journal in the world, digital readiness and teacher readiness is a sexy topics or is an interesting topics that now this topic is discussing around the world in some reputable journal. So this is very interesting presentation, and also we hope we can get some insight from participants and also feedbacks from Dr. Rizal Pradana as the speaker. But Dr. Rizal, please kindly wait for Professor Anas Tajuddin to deliver the presentation from Malaysia, and we will have question, answer, and discussion section after Prof. Anas Tajuddin present his material. Yeah, Prof. Dr. Rizal Pradana, please kindly wait for Professor Anas Tajuddin to deliver his presentation. Thank you.
Okay,
well,
thank
you. Yeah, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to listen for Professor Anas Tajuddin, PhD, from Kuala Lumpur Metropolitan University College, Malaysia. Prof. Anas Tajuddin, can you hear me? Are you with us? Can you hear me? Are you with us?
Okay, someone, are you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Are you hear me?
Yes, 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 Prof.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, Prof. Okay, but to ensure that your presentation will run smoothly, please say something to check the sound here because the sound is quite noise from here. Please say something to ensure that you have clear voices. Thank you.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay. Thank you for the moderator. And the Honorable Professor Dr.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
Let me introduce you first to the audiences. Yeah, Prof. Anas, let me introduce you first to the audiences. Can you hear me? Well, while waiting for Professor Anas Tajuddin to come with us in a Zoom meeting in an online mode. So I'm going to read his curriculum vitae. So Prof. Anas Tajuddin PhD and his PhD in Human Resource Management from Sultan Idris Education University, Malaysia. He is a senior lecturer and researcher at Kuala Lumpur Metropolitan University College, Malaysia. His areas of interest include human resource management, training and development, and education management. And in this nice occasion, he will deliver presentation entitled The Impact of Industrial Revolution 4.0 to Human Resources in Organization Environment. Well, Prof. Anas Tajuddin, you ready? Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, thank you very much. So,
yeah.
Dear Prof. Anas Tajuddin, the stage is yours. You may begin your presentation. You have about 30 minutes. And the topic of the presentation, I'm going to read once more, the impact of Industrial Revolution 4.0 to human resources in organization environment. Dear Prof,
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, moderators. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so the Honorable Professor Dr. Mudafi Abdullah, Rector Win Raden Mas Said Surakarta, and then my friend Tadi. Okay, so and then the guest speakers and all for the audience. Okay, today I'm just for the my the knowledge about the IR for I'm sharing to the sharing presentation. Okay.
Excuse me, Prof.
Okay, so
maybe
okay,
the internet connection in your place is not good, or you may open the headset maybe to.
Okay, I'm left and then I open my headset. Wait a minute.
Keluar, Mas. Okay, well, for the audiences, we kindly wait for Professor Anas Tajuddin to connect with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moderator, are you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Maybe can you
continue.
share the my slide, because I'm now using my handphone. Okay, because the maybe there's some technical problem for my institution. Okay, that's all. Okay, today, thank you very much, all of you, because give me some platform, okay, for sharing the impact of IR 4.0 to human resource in organization environment. Okay, moderator, you have my slide?
Yes, we are
Okay.
preparing your slide, sir.
Okay. Okay, actually, this topic, IR 4.0, actually now is still ingoing, but for the next years and for the next 2 years, maybe to the 5.0, okay, Industrial Revolution 5.0, not 4.0, okay. So this is about my topics, okay, and then next. Okay, actually, what is the human resource management? Okay, so at the moment, now human resource management, the term is a change for the talent management, not for the human resource management. So, but I can sharing, okay, the definition of the simply definition of the HR. Okay, human resource management is the development and implementation of system in organization for attracting, developing, and retaining a high performance workforce. But now for the definition of the talent management is including for the how to the employees, okay, how to the staff to we retain and then we recruiting, okay, to give the some beneficial. Okay, maksudnya di sini bagaimana untuk perkembangan daya sumber manusia dia. Itu masuk sekarang ni. Maknanya definition of a new of the human resource management is including how to recruiting the talent. Okay, not just only for the staffing, but to the talent in the staff. Okay, so next moderator. Okay, this our framework. Okay, overall for the framework. Okay, for human resource management. For now is a talent management. First about the competitive challenge, and then doing to the human resource, and then also to the employees concern. So the competitive challenge and employee concern is two backbone for the human resource or talent management. So these challenges and then the concern pandemic COVID-19, okay, most of the companies or most of the university um, is not to the maknanya trusted for the technology, using to the okay, using to the webinar, using to the Zoom, using to the Skype, whatever. But after the COVID-19, okay, most of the companies, most of the universities, most of the institutions is challenging how to the adopt and adapt to the technology in the environment. Okay, so like say now I'm in the Kuala Lumpur, all of you in the Surakarta, okay. So we just make the communicate. But the challenges about the network, okay. So is also the other challenge, okay. So and then how to the managing the change. So actually now is a more the environment for the employees, also to the our institution, okay, more to the flexible, okay. So even though and maybe for the next time, okay, next 1 years or next 2 years, okay, so most of the universities, okay, most of the institution, okay, not fall to the wall, okay. So the concept of the education without wall, that means, okay, all around or all ever, okay, you can get the education, okay, no need just only in the classroom, no need just only for the auditorium, okay, no need just only for the space. Okay, so these are the new concept, and then new how to manage the even though for the university, even though the manage for the student and the lecturers. Okay, and then and then the consignment and so on. Okay, and then about the employee concern. About the employee concern, about for the background diversities, age distribution, gender issue, education level, employees' right, privacy issue, work attitude, and family concern. So for the age distribution, and then about the work attitude. Okay, so in Malaysia, we at the moment still facing to the most of the SPM level. That means in Indonesia call for the sekolah SMA, sekolah menengah atas, SMA. So for the in Malaysia, SPM level is 70% for the student SPM levels didn't not interested to pursue their study in diplomas or S1 or degrees. Okay, they are more interested to become doing a job like the Grabs, like the food pandas, okay, like the riders, also to the doing the currency, doing to the traders as a currency, crypto or Bitcoin. So this is how to the challenge of industrial, how to challenge for the companies, and also to the university. So university or institution, higher learning institution must be tackle this group, okay, the 70% group of the SPM level, how to continue their studies. Okay, and then the middle of this graph is a human resource. Okay, these are the common when we talking about the human resource or talent management. These are the common issues like the planning, like the recruiting, staffing, job design, training, development, appraisal, communication, compensation, benefit, and labor relation. Okay, so this is a overall framework of the HR. Okay, next, moderator. Okay, what is a industry 4.0? Okay, so actually at the moment we now is facing for the 4.0. Even though in Malaysia or Indonesia, Brunei, or even though for the ASEAN countries, so we now is facing the 4.0. Okay, the industry 4.0 has been defined a name for the current trend of automation and data exchange in manufacturing technologies, including cyber physical system, the Internet of Things, cloud computing, and cognitive computing, and creating the smart factories. This means the change of the challenges of the IR 4.0. Okay, how to the companies, how to university or institution will be adapt and adopt. Okay, will be adapt and adopt to between the current operation and to for the industry in the 4.0. Okay, because this 4.0, okay, more to doing to the like the big data, okay, like to the more to the technologies, like for the even though for the Zoom, also about for the like the trend. Okay, the trend is a cryptocurrency. Okay, these are for the banking and finance. Okay, for the income, and then like say for the I think maybe the Indonesia have to the Grab. Okay, so in the Grab, the data is using to the handphone, the rider handphone, and to the seller handphone. So the system is also known for the data. Okay, the data exchange. How to the industry will be using, okay, this for the technologies. Okay, next. Okay, so these okay, these for example, okay, for the IR 4.0, okay, the impact of the before that, moderator. Okay, so for example, okay, the company of the Google, okay, at the moment now is didn't want to the space, didn't want to the workplace, because most of the employees of the Google staff is doing the WFH, work from home. Okay, so even though these are challenges of the universities, challenges of the institution right now, especially for the in Malaysia or Indonesia, because at the features, okay, so student will just get the knowledge without the wall, okay, without going to the campus, without going to the in classroom or auditorium. So even though when they are uh, uh, facing, or even though when they are two part-time staff or part-time workers, can get the knowledge, can get to the continue their education. So these are challenges, because the mindset most of the top management universities, okay, when we know we call for the university, there we have must to the a big building, a big lab, a big auditorium, a big classroom, a big field, okay. So at the moment, these the challenges, because okay, even though the especially for the Western countries right now, okay, so most the university of the Western countries too small for the not operation, small for the capacity of the building, okay, because they are aware, okay, and the features, okay, student cannot come to the campus, student can get to their knowledge and pursue their education even though they are doing the part-time job, okay. Most is these are challenges, but I'm salute for the Thailand, okay, Thailand countries, especially for the Lamkahing University. So Ramkahing University, they have to the around 150,000 students, but most of the student is the working adult. Okay, so they are just for the open online, okay, online learning. That's why I call for the open universities. Okay, so next. Okay, this for the the new technologies. Okay, embracing new technologies. What is the challenges? Okay, first about the knowledge workers. Okay, workers whose responsibility extend beyond the physical education of work to include planning, decision making, and problem solving. So, knowledge workers is the most important for the when we facing to the IR 4.0, and even though next is a IR 5.0. So even though the knowledge workers is one of the most important asset, that's why, okay, especially in Malaysia, okay, most of the knowledge workers, the companies or the institution, they are take care about that, okay, because they have the asset, okay, because this knowledge workers is a important how to the maksudnya bagaimana untuk menjalankan teknologi tersebut, how to implement the new technologies. Okay, next. Okay, so this in 2022 in this years. Okay, so you can know about the job landscape. Okay, why this is a top 10 for the emerging how to the job will the job demand, okay, job demand in 2022 will be facing. Okay, so you see about 133 billion, okay, 133 million. So emerging goals, global change by 2020. So for example, the first ranking in the job is a data analysis and scientist. Okay, that's why I call for the AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, So, and then the second is the AI and machine learning specialist. And then the third is the general operation managers. Fourth is a software and application developer and analysis. Fifth is about sales marketing professional. Sixth, fifth is sales and marketing professional. Sixth is a big data specialist. Seven is a digital transformation specialist. Eight is a new technology specialist. 9 organizational development specialist, and lastly is 10 information technology service. So most of the 10 is a more to the specialist. Okay, that's why in IR 4.0 and coming up for the 5.0, okay, more to the demand of the talented workers, more to the demand for the knowledgeable workers. So these are top 10. That's why that means the workers or the employees will be demand their salaries. Okay. So for example, the big data specialist. Okay. So in the data in Malaysia, if you have a specialist for the big data, okay, your salaries, okay, roughly around 40,000 and 60,000, 40,000 until to 60,000 ringgit Malaysia per month. Okay, you imagine, because you have the knowledge and you have the specialized for this. Okay, and then these are top 10 declining. Okay, declining the job. Okay, so that's why we must educate, we must inform, okay, and sharing the knowledge with the student, especially in the student, our student, okay, the features job in the world, the features job in the countries. Okay, so the one more thing, the responsibility in the universities or higher learning institution must be offering the program, okay, the academic program to related the industries, not just only for to the shop, okay, self-shocking. Okay, that's mean, oh, we have offering the program is the best program, but the program is not suitable in the industry. Okay, so the last big thing, if is a student, okay, because student when take this program and then they are targeted after they are finished this academic program, they will be join companies also to get a job based on their studies. But okay, unfortunately, they didn't have to get the job because the offering of the program is not suitable in the industries. This is a one important, especially for the universities or higher learning education responsibility to create a academic program to related the industry demand, not for the self-shocking, okay, not only for just doing the academic program. Okay, so we have a responsibility. Okay, so first about the data entry clerk, accounting, bookkeeping, payroll clerk, administration, executive secretaries, assembly and factory workers, client information and customer service workers, business service and administration managers, accountant and auditors, material recording, general and operation manager, and postal service clerk. So this is a top 10, okay, top 10, the possibility job will be declined in the futures. So that's why in the Malaysia also, especially for the university in Malaysia, we are facing, okay, to the unemployment rate, especially among for the graduate, because we offer this economic program not related to industry. That's why, okay, for the Ministry of Higher Education measures, they are to the way forward, okay, to remove the certain program, especially for the medical, okay, especially for the biotech medical, okay, biotech science will be the revoke, and then also to the science computers, Okay, science, computer, and IT. Most of the university will be revoke this program. Okay, because this is the victims lastly is a student, our graduate. Okay, they are pursue for their degrees or diplomas around 3 until 4 years. Okay, and then lastly after graduate they didn't have to another job. Okay, so that's why this is the job landscape in 2022. I think maybe the next year is a more to the like the accounting, okay, like to the IT, information technologies, computer software is a most to the will be to decline. Okay, next moderator.
Okay, sorry, Prof. Anastasidin, you
Yeah.
have 5 minutes left.
Okay. Okay, so this is about the professor class step. Okay, so these are the breadth and depth of this change, herald the transformation of entire system and production management and governance. So this is a founder of the WEC, World Economic Forum. Okay, he's mentioned about the transformation for the organization. Okay, so and then next, okay, these are for the importance of the human interaction. At the moment, I think next moderator slide. Okay, I think okay is a face is the current moment, and then also to next more to the self, more to the selfish, more to the individual. Okay, so even though in family or even sibling, okay, also to uh, the handphone. Okay, okay, next. Okay, so these are okay, the generation of I think I am and Dr. Healthy, okay, maybe at the baby boomers, okay, mid 40s and mid 50s, okay. But now we facing to the student, okay, our student is the group of a millennium, okay, and group of millennium and generation X. So these are our group, how to be we take care for that, okay, because their mindset is different with ours, okay. So different to the baby boomers, very different for the traditionalists. So millennium and generation X is the mindset is different, totally different, because they want to the fast, okay, get to the fast result, okay, and then get to the easy working, okay, easy working. No need to the passion, no need to the work hard, okay. They want to the easy work. Okay, next. Okay, so this is IR 4.0. Okay, so 1.0 is a industrial revolution. That's mean for the went to the Western countries, especially for European. Okay, win war. Okay, and then 2.0 electrical. 3.0 is a internet. Okay, and then 4.0 is a digital, and next 5.0 is a more to the digital. Okay, so not only for digital, but it's also to the more to the AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, so maybe to the at the moment we can know about the 5.0, simple 5.0. Okay, especially for in the medical technologies. Yeah. Okay, so next. Okay, so this about the force of a change, okay, for the demographic, technology, social contract, and speed of change. Okay, for example, the demographic, okay, especially in the nation, okay, most of the grouping of the millennium and generation X nation, they are interested to moving and migrate to the Western countries. So these are how to the change, okay, how to the challenges of this government, okay, to attract, okay, these two group of our nationalities. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, and then these what are the implication of the business? Okay, have to the customer expectation.
Okay, dear
Okay.
Prof, due to the time constraint, so
Okay, okay,
please
thank you.
deliver your conclusion remark.
Okay, conclusion. Okay, the last conclusion. Okay, last slide. Okay, these are 2 days and tomorrow's. Okay, okay. So I think maybe moderator, you can share the slide to all participants. Okay,
Yeah,
next.
sure. You may
Okay.
deliver the slide to all.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, before that. Okay, so these are 2 days and next tomorrow. Okay, 2 days is a series of a corporate program. Okay, so tomorrow about the learning and environment and experience. Okay, so employees learn specific skill for the 2 days. But next is employees learn how to learn. Okay, learn how to learn. Therefore, facilitation and coaching. And then organization create details, executive skill-based competency, but drive and learning agenda. But next tomorrow, okay, next features, okay, organization create high-level framework that outline what capabilities. So these are the my conclusion. We okay from the universities, for the higher learning institution, companies must be prepared to the 5.0. Okay, the features 5.0, how to the mindset of their students and the peoples. Okay, especially we from the universities, we from the academia must be prepared, and then to the sharing the knowledge to the our students. Okay, because the next generation is will be lead our countries. Okay, that's all, moderators. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
thank you. Thank you so much, Prof. Anastasyuddin. So the speaker highlight about the great impact of Industrial Revolution 4.0 to human resources in organization environment. Maybe in the future, now we have already familiar with work from home, work from anywhere. Maybe in the future, this kind of activities will be more massive, Prof. Are you agree with me?
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, we can conduct teaching, learning with distance area, and then we can have a conference online. We can have a meeting through the digital platform and so on and so forth. So this is a very interesting topics. So as an educator, as an academician, we should be aware of it. We live in digital era, so we have to adapt with the current situation of the digital era. Well, thank you very much for your outstanding presentation, Prof. Anastasyuddin.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
the next session is question, answer, and discussion section. But let me answer Dr. Rizal Pradanya. Are you still with us, Dr. Rizal?
Yes, Mr. Arif.
Yes, thank you very much. So we open for two questions from audiences. So please welcome. Yes, 1, 2. Okay. The committee, please help us to distribute the microphone. Okay, mention your name, your affiliation, and also for whom the question is delivered. Yeah, for Dr. Rizal or for Anastasyuddin.
Ya, Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kiswa Arianda. I'm affiliation in UIN Raden Mas Surakarta. Sorry, my permission to ask a question for Dr. Rizal Perdana. How to see research opportunities in the era of society 5.0? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Kiswa from UIN Raden Mas Surakarta. And second, please.
Baik, Bismillah. My name is Akhid Mustafa Alfanjari. I am from Universitas Raden Mas Said Surakarta. Excuse me, Mr. Prof. Anas Tajuddin. Please tell me your learning experience in the pandemic era in Malaysia. What are the opportunities and challenges? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mas Tahfid. Yeah, well, dear Prof. Anas Tajuddin and Dr. Rizal. So the first question from Mr. Kiswa, he asked about how to see research opportunities about Industrial Revolution 4.0, or maybe about the digital teaching readiness in Indonesia especially and generally in the world. Or in other words, it may be, can you tell us about the future research direction about the topic of digital readiness? So for Dr. Rizal, the time is yours to answer the question.
Thank you, Mr. Arif, and thank you for your question. What's name? Shajuddin. Okay, about the question how to research opportunity in the era of society 5.0. The first, you must be read about the article in the society 5.0, and then you can finding the gap about the society 5.0, especially in Indonesia. In Indonesia is many problem about the education, like a model of teaching or curriculum design and digital readiness and digital literacy for student in university in Indonesia. So if you have a gap about the research society 5.0 in education, you can assess the online learning readiness indicator. For indicator, you can take from my research, and then you can take 5 indicator about the digital literacy of the research party of the digital literacy indicator. If you have find the score about your student subject, you can research about model of technology or curriculum or another student, and then the location your research. Are you clearly?
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Rizal. We go to the second question for Prof. Anas Tajuddin. Please tell us about your learning experience in Malaysia. What are the challenges? What are the opportunities, particularly in the time of blended learning and also in the time of the pandemic of COVID-19?
Okay, thank you, moderator. Thank you for Mr. Aki, if I am not mistaken, the respondent. Okay, so about my experience, our experience in the Malaysia's before COVID-19, we just doing to the face-to-face. Okay, more to the face-to-face delivery for the teaching deliveries. Okay, and then when the pandemic, okay, since 2020 until early this year, 2022. So we just to the change. We just to change of based on the challenges of the COVID-19, change to the more to the remote learning. That means we doing to the blended learning, okay, face to face plus to the online. But when we talking about the features, about the scenarios, the feature scenarios, okay, at the moment we now implement the fully learning, okay, not for the blended learning, the fully online, okay. So the fully online, this means we schedule our student, okay, so the 7 days per week, 3 days student just only they are attend to the class, and then the rest, the 3 days, we allowed to working as a part-time. Okay, even though for the hotel, the restaurant, and then the travel agent, something for the organization or companies, because we know about after the COVID-19, okay, most of the household is a survive, okay, survival mode, okay, to get the more the income, okay, how to the because even though between in 2020 until early this years, okay, most of the household is a lost their job. So our responsibility and our contribution to the student, okay, we schedule the student is just only attend the lectures, attend their class is 3 days per week. Okay, so for diplomas is a Monday until Wednesday, even though is online, and then the degrees, the S1 is Wednesday until Fridays. The rest, there will be we allowed to attach the industries. That's why we for our program, okay, we related to the industrial need. Okay, we try to not only offer the program based on our shop, okay, our for the famous the program, not, we offer the program based on industrial need. Okay, we targeted our graduate, okay, our student just not for before the final year, but even though for the third semester will get the job, okay, especially for the part time. And then even though we doing to the industrial training, so these are our implementation, okay, our doing, okay, for to make sure our graduate, our student is a get a job at the moment. So now we not to only for the doing to the face to face, but more to the ODL, open distance learning. So my student especially, okay, even though not most of them not only for the Kuala Lumpur, okay, most of them more to the another cities, okay. So let's say maybe from the Surakarta, okay, my student from the Jakarta, from the Lampung, so on. So these are our implementation right now. Okay, thank you, moderators.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Thanks for the answer. Well, to determine the future's direction about digital readiness and also human resource development in digital era, the topics is very interesting. So just for your information, one of the current research from Prof. Anas bin Tajuddin has been published in the Journal of Educational Management and Instruction, organized by UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta. He compare about the self-regulated learning between Indonesian and Malaysian students. This is an interesting article, so you can read in the Journal of Educational Management and Instruction, authored by Prof. Anas Tajuddin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give applause for Dr. Rizal Pradana and Prof. Anas Tajuddin from Malaysia. Okay, the next, now, dear Prof. and Dr. Rizal, this is a certificate of appreciation for Dr. Rizal Pradana from the committee, from the Faculty of Tarbiyah, UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta. And the second one, Mas, for Prof. Anas Tajuddin. Yeah, this is certificate of appreciation for Associate Professor Dr. Anas Tajuddin. We thank you very much. Thank you so much for your outstanding contribution and also for your valuable insight, feedbacks, and also discussion that was delivered to the audiences of this conference today. Once more, please give applause for them. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the next speaker. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is Dr. Muhammad Yasin. Let me check first, Dr. Muhammad Yasin. If you already with us?
Assalamualaikum.
Ya, waalaikumsalam. Waalaikumsalam. Ya, Dr. Muhammad Yasin.
Yes,
Can you
please. Yes.
Okay, let me read your curriculum vitae for the audiences. Dr. Muhammad Yasin earned his PhD from the Islamia University of Bahawalpur, Pakistan. He is now a senior lecturer and assistant professor at National Textile University, Faisalabad, Pakistan. His area of interest include curriculum development, Islamic education, and educational policy. And in this great opportunity, his presentation will be delivered entitled Curriculum Designing of Islamic Education in the Digital Era. Dear Dr. Muhammad Yasin, the floor,
Sir, please.
Yeah, the floor is yours. You have
Thank you.
about 25
Yes.
minutes.
Thank you. Just a minute. May I share my screen? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. First of all, I'm thankful to the rector of the university and then my brother, Dr. Haruna Abu Bakr, who gave me this opportunity to speak on this very important topic, that is the curriculum designing of Islamic education in the digital era. Because of limited time, I have to continue. First of all, as we know, the challenges that various disciplines are facing in the 21st century are in stark contrast to those of the previous century. Teaching, learning, and research methodologies, styles, and techniques are all evolving quickly. It is vital to focus on the challenges of the staying relevant in the global sphere, developing the ability to shift without caring for the significant socio-economic and psychological consequences is one fundamental difficulty. The volume of the data that can be generated and used and the source of the knowledge and skills need for analyzing, sanitizing, and disseminating them are all being made more widely known to the people. Thanks to modern technology, which ultimately ensures the human capital resources are enhanced. In light of the technological advancement and difficulties of the information age, this study identifies the development demands of Islamic education in the digital era. In this work, digital gadgets used in Islamic education are analyzed as a potential challenge and techniques for effective digitalization of Islamic education, curriculum design, teaching, learning, and research are suggested. First of all, we see the concept of curriculum. It is said that education is the backbone of the nation. Education is the key to development of a country and nation. There is no substitute for education for better living and progress in society. Means the education plays a vital role in the development of any nation. And then the curriculum is needed to shape education properly. And now, what is curriculum? And here are some concept and definition of the curriculum. You can see if we see this picture, the person who is on a horse, it means that he learn how to ride. So curriculum teaches how to uh, learn and how to achieve these set targets. The word curriculum is derived from the Latin word that is curriculum. The Latin word curri means curriculum or course of study. Some of the researchers think it comes from the Latin word currer, which means horse racing arena. The term curriculum refers to the academic content and lesson taught in a school or educational institution or in a specific course or program. A well-organized plan for conducting educational activities is called a curriculum. And a curriculum is a set of standard-based experiences in which students practice and master information and skills. So we can define, according to David G. Armstrong, 1989, curriculum is a master plan for selecting content and organizing learning experiences for the purpose of changing and developing learners' behavior and insights. And Mr. Krug, 1957, defines curriculum consists of all the means of instruction used by the school to provide opportunities for students' learning experiences leading to desired learning outcomes. And Rolf Teller, 1957, defines curriculum is all of the learning of students which is planned and directed by the school to attain its educational goals. In easy words, we can say that curriculum is basically a set of experiences and then to set the goals by the institutions to get the results of their teaching. And now we come towards the ancient concept of curriculum. What was the ancient concept of curriculum? The term curriculum has been used in different senses at different times, and the concept of curriculum is constantly evolving in the course of the changing era. I mean, it changed side by side and with the passage of time. Therefore, no universally accepted single and definite definition or concept of the curriculum has emerged. In ancient time, the subject of education was the acquisition of human survival skills. As a result, this aspect has gained importance in the non-formal education of that time. Later, as a result of people thinking about continuous education, the concept of a formal curriculum began to take place. The curriculum is a sum of number of textbooks that are included in class or level of course in the ancient concept of curriculum. The extensive use of curriculum in America dates back to 1820. The curriculum in the United States at the time meant the subject matter of a course followed by teaching in the teacher's class. The main goal of the American curriculum at the time was to develop the child's mental and intellectual development. Therefore, emphasis was laid on acquiring hereditary coherent knowledge and mental discipline in the curriculum. Conservative educators were of the opinion that in order to develop a child's mental state, a number of essentials should be included in the school curriculum. These are mother tongue, mathematics, science, history, philosophy, and Western ideology As a result, these subjects were included in the curriculum at that time. Now, what is the modern concept of curriculum? Roughly, the old and the narrow concept of the curriculum has changed since the 1930s. Most educators think that the concept of curriculum spread widely after 1930. At the time, curriculum meant the sum of all the learning experiences conducted by the school. Means all the syllabus, all the curriculum around the schools, depend around the school. In 1935, Caswell and Campbell abolished the old notion of curriculum and proposed a new definition. According to them, the curriculum is all the experiences gained by the student in the management of the teacher. Means the definition they had been changed, and if they considered the curriculum is that thing that is learned by the experiences. The curriculum began to be used in a broader sense beyond its narrow conceptual boundaries. And the curriculum came to be regarded as the sum of all the school-controlled learning experiences rather than just the subject matter. Now the concept has been converted towards experience, then towards the gaining knowledge from the books. But curriculum experts continue to search for more clear and more acceptable concept of the curriculum. In 1949, curriculum expert Ruff Taylor came up with an idea to solve the problem of the curriculum. Ruff Taylor was the first to say that curriculum is all the learning experiences that is designed and conducted by the school to achieve the goal of education, and the student has acquired it. Means, according to him, that the curriculum doesn't depend on the syllabus books, rather it depends upon the experiences, and that is set for gaining the educational goals. Ruff Taylor's definition shows that the emphasize the curriculum to rely on purposeful and planned learning experiences in all school run activities. The influence of school was evident in students' life in the mid-1950s. At that time, a number of educational projects were undertaken in the United States to refine and change the concept of curriculum. The educators who worked on the American educational project defined the curriculum as an instructional plan. In the late 60s and early 70s, many compared school work to industrial production because the industrial development started at that time. Just as raw materials are processed in industrial factories to produce a variety of products, the school job is to develop illiterate and inexperienced students into skilled, experienced, and literate people. Means they compared it with the industry. Industry gets the raw material and then it produce the, we can say, a refined production, a product. Same is the educational institutions. They receive the students, they are illiterate, and then they refine them. As a result, the question of students' competency and achievement in curriculum formulation and the question of school accountability is gaining importance. Means now the school got the importance because they are the place where they make the raw materials to in a fine, we can say, in a situation. In order to make the content selection and evaluation system of the curriculum scientific great importance was laid on writing behavioral objectives in the curriculum at this time. We know they give the importance of the behavior change. From this time onwards, this changed and a specific form of curriculum became important in the concept of curriculum given by various scholars. Thus, over time, new dimensions are added to the concept of curriculum and old concept was changed. Now we come toward the development of the curriculum in digital era in Islamic education perspective. If you see, scientific and technology have advanced quickly. Even outpacting academically created scientific output, particularly in the current digital world, academic must seriously consider it. The curriculum needs to be promptly revised to provide a solution for how to build the education system that is geared towards the advanced civilization and areas past. Means, we have to change according to the need of the digital era. We're bound to create a curriculum that is anticipatory, proactive, and even needs to be creative and imaginative beyond the age in the open-ended digital era, which many people refer to as the disruption era or industrial era 4.0. I mean, we have to keep in our mind while making the curriculum the age that is disruptive age. The people or the students spend most of their time in digital, we can say, things, and industrial development is also there. So we have to keep all these things in our mind while setting a curriculum. To escape the confines of the standardization that neglected the future in the 20 to 30 era, Edward Deming presented the notion of control statistics as one of the scientists and American precautions that helped the Japanese. It has been demonstrated that Japan is currently a remarkable nation which is predicted to grow for the next 20 years. Japan adopts its curriculum to a technological society by producing excellent goods that dazzle the rest of the world because they knew the importance of the digital world and they developed their curriculum according to it. Our educational world is often left behind by technology products since it is only fixed on research and study results that are absolute without looking forward. Let's take a look at the results of the automotive technological productive. For instance, a motorbike that is launched in 2020, yet it has been designed in previous year. It is different from our education, which thinks far behind and forgets that education is a sort of social engineering to prepare for life 5, 10, and 25 years ahead. The creation of a digital curricula needs to plan for the future as a component of social engineering in order to maintain monotheistic and morality values. The creation of curricula in the digital age should include fundamental abilities, problem-solving abilities, and the character traits that are supported by edufacts, social facts, and artifacts. And the few things should be kept in our mind. The first thing is moral knowing. There are 6 things that become the objective, namely moral awareness, knowing moral value, perspective taking, moral reasoning, decision making, and self-knowledge. Then come towards the moral feeling. It comprises 6 things that must be felt by someone to become a human character, namely conscience, self-esteem, empathy, loving the good, self-control, and humility. And then come towards the moral action, which can be seen from the competence, desire, and habits imbued with the monotheism and morality developed with the predictive integrative implementation. And curriculum that is realized by effects, sous effects, and artifacts is an outcome that encourage a person to act in a good or a morally way. So we have to keep all these things in our mind when we are going to set a curriculum for Islamic education. And no doubt, when we are going to adopt a new technology, we have to face some challenges and risk. And which are these challenges and risks? As a contemporary medium for teaching and learning, users are exposed to various challenges and risks when using new media platform, especially in Islamic education. These issues can be wasting time on social media platform and ignoring academic and social responsibilities. Yes, students maybe spend more time in social media and neglect their main objectives. Content may contain sensitive matter. Yes, of course, as we see a number of things on social media, a number of contents, they are very harmful for the young generation, such as issues on religious propaganda, racism, and other, if used in classrooms, may trigger sparks of enmity between religions and ethnicities. The overflow of the information that is not controlled cause users to have difficulties in determining its validity. Declining acts of courtesy of students toward their teacher, of course, they consider that they have more knowledge than their teacher. It means they, in future, they will have less respect for them. Whereas Islam is very concerned with aspects of communication and interaction among humans, and even consider that the teachers' smiles and solutions and importance is the learning process. In addition, learning without the presence of a teacher as guide may also result in impaired interaction, of course, because gaining knowledge from technology without the help of a teacher can astray the young generation. So teachers can play a very important role in this regard. And the credibility of information is becoming doubtful. And what criteria should be kept in mind while we are going to select the contents? The following criteria, yes, we can be followed. It's just for example, that we should have to see the significance, utilitarian, interest, learnability, and flexibility. These things should be kept in mind when we are going to select the contents for our syllabus. And here is a model for curriculum secondary class in the Islamic system. First of all, we have two model curriculum. Number one, Islam as a way of life, conceptual analysis, social and moral foundation of Islam, Islam as bulwark against modern atheistic concept. Model curriculum 2, sources of Islamic Sharia, Islam and other religions of the world, Islam, capitalism and socialism, Islam and science, moral sciences, current issues like takaful, insurance, sectarianism, such type of things should be included in the syllabus in Islam and modern inventions. Now here are some proposals. The workability of the proposal put forward here is contingent upon the fundamental requirement that Islamicists accept the value in ICT and see digital technology as inevitable in order to advance the course of their discipline. The following proposals are worthy of further scrutiny, modification depending on local contexts and subsequent implementation. There is a need to create new professional opportunities for the emergence of Islamicist ICT experts who will drive the digital innovation required in this field. The formation of global guild of Islamicists to determine on the regular basis the policies that chart the course of the future of their discipline generally, and more particularly the relationship that should exist between Islamic education and digital technology. Governments need to see digital equipment as instrument for development and should therefore make their production and purchase tax-free, while their importation should be duty-free imports. Digital experts should be encouraged to learn more about Islam, while Islamicists should learn more about ICT. There is also a need for them to support each other to serve the discipline a better way. Considering the heavy traffic of emerging and disappearing websites and the immense value of the information they contain, there is a need for the establishment of an agency to be funded by the Islamic Development Bank, saddled with the monitoring and archiving of the such vital information for future utilities. And if they found that they are against the Islamic teaching, that must be abolished or we can say that removed from the sites. It is important to note that new media should not be separated from today's education. It is interrelated with all aspects of human life which are associated with the newly advanced technology. In fact, new media is widely used to promote aspects of interpersonal communication and education. Nevertheless, ignorance, abuse, and poor management of new media usage among its users may lead to negative implications. Therefore, parents and educators must ensure that they have high level of awareness and become transparent and open-minded. With regards to the use of new media and advanced digital technology, before allowing children and youngsters to have the freedom to use the gadgets and internet technology. Without proper monitoring and control, young students may get addicted and obsessed with such technologies. It is hoped that the tips and guidance proposed in this presentation serve to help contemporary technology users to embrace these technologies respectively and responsibly. This is very important in order to grasp the many transformations in the educational experience that can be fulfilled the hands of great parents and teachers. Significantly, this presentation contribute to the principle of using new media in education. And at the end, I would like to share my own curriculum, which I designed for my students of BS in National Textile University, Faisalabad, Pakistan. I try my level best that I add only those things which help the students in their practical life. And I remove all those things which were in the syllabus, but they were not useful for them. For example, with the concern to the basics belief, I just add Tawheed and Shirk, then prophethood, and the last day, because these three things are very important to change the life of a young generation. Then coming towards the articles, and we can say the pillars of Islam, I included prayer, but I teach them the medical benefits, the scientific benefits of offering the prayer and the method of offering the prayer. Then come towards the fasting. I include the method of the fasting and all the issues concerning to the breaking of the fast, which things are allowed or not allowed. And then towards the zakat, how can we remove the poverty from the society with the help of zakat? And then towards the jihad, I include the jihad bil ilm, with knowledge is required at present time. Then what is the difference between jihad, terrorism, jihad, and we can say that and presently a number of people say that jihad teach the terrorism, and I prove them that jihad doesn't teach the terrorism. That is a total different things. Then I include in the political system, the system of the caliphs, which was a role model for us, and then to compare it with the modern government system. And in concern with the modern things, I include Islam and science, how Islam and science are interlinked with each other. And then towards the economic based teachings, I include interest, means riba, then takaful, insurance, that are the modern issues which we are facing presently. And towards the social aspects, I include the real status of women in Islamic society, and to remove the misunderstanding about the witness of women, that is considered mostly that it is half of the witness. And then I include the terrorism, the sectarianism in my syllabus. My syllabus, my curriculum, and the things which include towards the Quranic passages, I include the verses of Surah Nur, which enable the students, especially the girl students, to observe the modesty. Then Surah Hujurat, as we know that this surah is very important for the characterization or character building of the young generation, and some verses regard to the respect of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and the ahadith that are concerned to our social life. So this is the curriculum which I set for my students. And the teachers who are present here and they are teaching the Islamic education, they can make their curriculum according to the need of their student and their country. And then I'm thankful to you all for this patience listening. Yes, please. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Muhammad Yasin. It is long but very interesting presentation, sir. So one thing I agree with you is Islamic education curriculum should emphasize on the problem solving, critical thinking, moral value, and social skills. I think this is an ideal design of curriculum in Islamic education, particularly in Indonesian context, where the culture of Indonesian is really relevant with the social skills and also the moral value that should be incorporated to the curriculum design. Well, thank you very much for Dr. Muhammad Yasin. Now we are going to proceed to the question and answer section. For the audiences, yeah, two, yeah, two. Three, yeah, three enough, yeah. Three, please help us to distribute the microphone. Or you may come to the front of the stage, Mbak Mas.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Silva Intan Fajar Saputri. I come from University Islam Raden Masaid Surakarta. Excuse me, Professor Muhammad Yasin.
I'm not listening. Please, can you speak some loudly? I think there is some issue.
Okay, please speak louder. Speak slowly and louder.
And loud ones, yeah, please.
Keras tapi agak slow gitu.
Okay. My question is Pakistan using an emergency curriculum during the COVID-19 pandemic? And what is the current education curriculum policy in Pakistan? Thank you.
Can you interpret, please? Because of very low voice, I could not.
Dear Dr. Muhammad Yasin, I'm going to repeat the question from Silva, one of our audience here. Can you hear me clear?
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, Mrs. Silva asked you about is Pakistan using emergency curriculum during the pandemic of COVID-19?
Okay, during the pandemic, this was first time in Pakistan that we have to shift towards the online education system. And as it was the first time in Pakistan that a number of universities has not adopted the system earlier, so they face many difficulties. Many of the teachers were unaware, so the institutions give training to the teachers how to teach them, how to use different methods, and some teachers also, we can say, get training from different institutions. I myself, I can say, get training from London and Australia online from this to get this education system. So yes, in Pakistan, about we can say that more than 75% institutions use this technology on emergency in pandemic era.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Thank you for the question for Ms. Silva. Yeah? So we go to the next question, please. The microphone, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Lukiana Azmia Putri and I'm from UIN Sunan Kalijaga. Before I give a question, I really want to say thank you to Mr. Muhammad Yasin who gave us insightful about the curriculum from Pakistan, and it's really insightful to us. And so yeah, at your presentation, your conclusion say that contribute of your research to the principle of using the new media in education. So I have a question, Mr. Muhammad Yasin. In Indonesia and in the world maybe, there is so many gaps or extremely differently about learning media between learning media for normal students and disabled students. So it's a big problem because it makes a gap and different. And I wanna give you a question: how to solve this problem, and what are the considerations in making a right learning media? I think that's all. Thank you for this opportunity, and I'm so sorry for my bad English. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, well, thank you Mbak Lutfiana from UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta, Indonesia. So, dear Dr. Muhammad Yasin, Ms. Lutfiana acknowledge you for your valuable presentation and your valuable insights about curriculum design in Pakistan. That's the first. And second, she also asks you about learning media for disabled students. I mean, for students with special needs. What kind of learning media which is appropriate for them, and how to develop curriculum design for the disabled students or with the students with special needs. Is that clear, Doctor?
Yeah, clear. Thank you. I'm thankful to her for her acknowledgement. And as we know that Islamic countries, Pakistan, Indonesia, and some other countries, they are not, we can say that too much developed like the European countries. And due to pandemic and COVID-19, now these countries have to divert their attention towards the digitalization or digital education. And it is the start, or you can say that is the initial steps. And hopefully, inshallah, with the passage of time, with these countries will be able that our education system will be on the high level that our institutions can be, we can say, fully equipped with these things. Yes, the other thing is that it depends upon the teachers that how they like to teach these things to their students. The universities or institutions can start, we can say, a short program in education institutions to teach them how the ICT can be used in educational system. And unfortunately, in Islamic education, we see that these things have not been given so much importance. But now it is the need of the time. We have to divert our intention towards it. So I request all the heads of the institution that they should realize the need of digital education for Islamic education too, and give some trainings to the teachers and the students. And inshallah, with the passage of time, there will be a great change in it. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Yasin. Next question. One more, yeah. In the middle of the jungle. Okay, the next question, sure.
Hello. I will give you something. I'll give you a question, of course, about curriculum design. As you said that curriculum is designed to achieve education's goals in their nations, on our nations, of course, to children's needs. But I will ask you how the evaluation curriculum design in your country that can control or evaluate students' skill, of course, to achieve global needs. As you can see, in a curriculum program, there's a changes over the world. So we will hear you about your opinion, of course. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much. Excuse me, what's your name?
My name is Vivindavi Prahesti from UIN Sunan Kalijaga.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Yasin, a question from Vivi, yeah, from UIN Sunan Kalijaga. So she wants to know the evaluation process of curriculum design in your country, or in other words, how you maintain or how Pakistani government maintain the quality control of the curriculum design in Pakistan. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have three type of, we can say that education system. It is in every country, the primary, secondary, and then the university level. In primary, we can say level, or we can say that in secondary level, the syllabus or the curriculum has been designed by a group of the educationists under the supervision of the ministry. And after, when the curriculum is designed, it has been observed carefully and then it is implemented. While with the concerning of the universities, the curriculum had already been designed according to this criteria, but Higher Education Commission gives the permission to the teachers that they can change 30% at least according to the requirement of their need. And when we change the syllabus, it is discussed with head of department, then the faculty board meeting, and then it goes to the, we can say that our board of governors, and finally it has been implemented after their permission. So means the complete chain is there who observed and then allowed to, you can say, implementation of the syllabus. This is the criteria in Pakistan. I think this is the same criteria will be in the Indonesia too.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for the answer, Dr. Muhammad Yasin. So I think that's it for the question, answer, and discussion section from the third speaker, Dr. Muhammad Yasin. We thank you very much for your incredible speech and valuable insight about how to design a good and ideal curriculum in the field of Islamic education. Dr. Yasin, what time is it now in Pakistan?
Yeah, please.
What time is it now in Pakistan?
What is?
What time? What time in Pakistan now?
It's time in 9:36. 9:36.
Okay.
AM.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your effort, and also thank you very much for your presentation today. Before we close the section, please give applause to Dr. Muhammad Yasin. Also, dear doctor, this is a certificate of appreciation from the committee from the Faculty of Tarbiyah UIN Raden Said Surakarta, Indonesia. We hope we can collaborate in more conference or in the future activities with you in the future occasion. Well, thank you very much for your contribution, and thank you for your inputs, suggestion, and knowledge sharing with us today.
Inshallah, inshallah, and I'm trying to coming Jakarta in December. Physically for a presentation, and that is concerning to the transgenders.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Okay, Prof. Baiti, he will come to Indonesia in summer. Okay, maybe we can get along with him, or we can invite him in Raden Said Surakarta. Thank you very much, Dr. Muhammad Yasin. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of plenary section. Actually, we have Dr. Haruna Abu Bakar Haruna for the last speaker, but unfortunately, he did not come to the meeting because, as we know, that he live in Indonesia, we call it as 3T, daerah terpencil, tertinggal, with the problem of internet connection. So we do sorry for the inconvenience, and we hope next time we can communicate, or we can get along with Dr. Abu Bakar Haruna. Thank you very much for your attention, and also for your attending in this plenary session. Give applause for us. Well, thank you very much. My name is Arif Nugroho. I do apologize if I make you inconvenient during the plenary session. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Namo Buddhaya.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Arif Nugroho, MPD. Please give a big applause for distinguish this panel session. Thank you very much, Mr. Arif Nugroho. Okay, for the next session, I want you all the participants to check again your time schedule that already distributed by committee. And then there will be 3 rooms in this hotel. There will be room 1 and room 2 in floor 1 and room 3 in this hall. So beware and check again your presentation schedule that already distributed by the committee. And then the name and the allocation time will be stamped up in front of the door. So please be aware with the schedule. After Zuhur and lunchtime, we will start the parallel session at 1 p.m. So I want you all, the participant on time, start 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. Thank you very much. This is the end of International Conference on Islamic Education and Instruction. Give applause for all of us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Surakarta merupakan kota yang mempunyai banyak daya tarik. Selain budaya dan sejarah, pendidikan menjadi salah satu magnet masyarakat berdatangan ke kota Surakarta. Dengan adanya fasilitas pendidikan, mulai dari pendidikan dasar hingga perguruan tinggi, kota Surakarta tetap mengedepankan pendidikan sebagai prioritas utama demi terciptanya penerus bangsa yang baik. Terletak di Jalan Pandawa, IAIN Surakarta bertransformasi menjadi UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta pada tahun 2021. Hadir menjadi wadah bagi para mahasiswa untuk mengejar cita-cita. UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta terletak di lokasi yang strategis serta mudah dijangkau dari beberapa titik pemberhentian transportasi di kota Surakarta. UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta dengan wajah baru berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan pada bidangnya yang terintegrasi dengan nilai-nilai keislaman. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah merupakan salah satu fakultas yang ada di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta yang sebelumnya bernama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dan Keguruan. Dengan visi dan misi untuk menjadi fakultas yang dapat bersaing di kancah internasional, serta dapat menghasilkan lulusan yang berdaya saing tinggi dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah dengan tagline Piety and Professional siap untuk menciptakan tenaga pendidik yang unggul, bertakwa, dan profesional. Menjadi salah satu fakultas favorit di UIN Raden Masaid Surakarta, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah tidak hanya mengedepankan kompetensi, melainkan menjunjung tinggi nilai-nilai karakter dalam bingkai akhlakul karimah. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah memiliki 7 program. 4 diantaranya berakreditasi A, yaitu Pendidikan Agama Islam, Pendidikan Bahasa Arab, Pendidikan Guru Madrasah Ibtidaiyah, dan Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini. Serta mempunyai 3 program studi baru, yaitu Manajemen Pendidikan Islam, Tadris Matematika, dan Pendidikan Profesi Guru. Terdapat sederet fasilitas yang mendukung pembelajaran seperti kelas yang nyaman, perpustakaan, tempat ibadah, serta unit-unit fakultas yang menunjang aktivitas mahasiswa dalam proses belajar. Memiliki sejumlah unit kegiatan kemahasiswaan fakultas yang memfasilitasi minat dan bakat mahasiswa, seperti Senat Mahasiswa, Dewan Eksekutif Mahasiswa, Himpunan Mahasiswa Program Studi, dan lembaga semi-otonom, diantaranya Lembaga Pers Mahasiswa Arjuna, Forum Diskusi dan Riset Ilmiah, serta Bahasa, Seni, dan Olahraga. Tenaga pendidik dan staf yang berkompeten di bidangnya juga turut hadir membantu dan mewujudkan lingkungan kegiatan pembelajaran yang nyaman dan efektif.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ako po ay si Sani Irimanumbas, unang-una sa lahat. At dito, pumunta ako dito para makapagtapos ng pag-aaral. At dito din, kumuha ako ng Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah. At dito din ako ay kumuha ng course, Pendidikan Islam Anak Usia Dini. At ako ay nagpapasalamat dito sa Indonesia na ako pumunta dito.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Adi Masalif dan Wiwono dari Prodi Pendidikan Agama Islam Angkatan 2019 mengucapkan terima kasih yang sebanyak-banyaknya kepada Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah karena telah mendorong saya untuk berkarya, salah satu adalah buku. Tak hanya itu, Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah juga memberikan penghargaan apresiasi kepada seluruh mahasiswa yang berprestasi. Harapannya semoga Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah lebih maju ke depan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya Sendariawan SPDI, selaku Kepala Sekolah ICIEI Tarbiyah mengucapkan terima kasih atas pengalaman belajar di Universitas Mas Said yang luar biasa dan selalu untuk Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain, amma ba'du. Saya dekan Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah bersinergi bersama Sivitas Akademika Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah untuk mencapai visi fakultas, yakni menjadi fakultas yang berdaya saing internasional dalam bidang pendidikan Islam dan sains. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah berkomitmen menghasilkan lulusan yang memiliki kemampuan mengembangkan inovasi pendidikan pada skala nasional dan internasional. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta.
Quality and professional. Mari bergabung bersama Fakultas Ilmu Tarbiyah UIN Raden Mas Said Surakarta.